Audio Jungle.
Residents stage protests after 3 dead in police confrontation. Several residents of Hellgate and other areas in Orange St. James staged a protest on Thursday, decrying what they say is the unwarranted fatal shooting of 3 men on Tuesday. Residents took to the streets on Boxing Day and blocked 3 different sections of the Orange Main Road to showcase their feelings on the matter in which 3 men, who have been identified as Alex, Roger, and only Max, were killed. According to police reports, officers had gone to the community to execute a search warrant for a person of interest in relation to a flare-up of violence in Rosehide, St. James. Violence has contributed to several murders and shootings in the parish, including the death of social media influencer Marlon Samuels, otherwise called 41 Bossed. The police said they came under gunfire, and when the fire was returned, 3 men were found to have been fatally wounded and 3 firearms seized following the confrontation. However, residents have disputed the account of events, declaring that the men had peacefully surrendered to the police when they were approached in the early morning. This led to the roadblock on Thursday, with residents using a variety of objects to obstruct vehicular traffic on sections of the roadway. Armed with placards, residents hurled insults at the police who were nearby as they expressed their displeasure at the situation, declaring the men were innocent. Justice, justice, one of the protesters was here shouting. The fire department was called in to clear the blockages. The police have been maintaining a presence in the area since the event. 91-year-old Westmoreland woman killed in house fire. An elderly woman was killed in a fire at her home in Beaufils, Westmoreland. She has been identified as 91-year-old Kathleen Scott. The woman's daughter, Marlene Scott, told reporters that she woke up to use the bathroom and then went back to bed. She said she made another visit to the bathroom and subsequently went to her kitchen, and there she noticed fire and smoke coming from her mother's bedroom. She said she kicked in the door to the bedroom in a bid to save her mother, but she said the flames were too much for her. I feel it so much. My mom is there for us, take care of us. Me is the last girl for her, said Marlene while crying. She said the family had a good Christmas Day and it was devastated by the fire death. We had fun, and I'm sorry to hear how she just passed off in the fire like that, stated Marlene. Another daughter, Erica Scott, recalled that she and her mother would pray each morning and that the family spent Christmas together. She said she was shocked to hear the news of her mother's death in a fire. Me reach here and them tell me, fi sit down and relax. And me start cry. Me get weak. All of my body weak, 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 just weak. Me feed mama with water yesterday, and me give her apple and me give her orange. Me can't believe mama gone. Firefighters at the scene told reporters that the cause of the blaze is being investigated.
Upon arrival, the team conducted a scene size-up and confirmed that the fire involved a 12-apartment concrete and zinc roof structure. During the assessment, we were informed that an elderly woman was inside the burning house. The team immediately initiated fire suppression efforts to contain the blaze and minimize impact. Tragically, at approximately 6:40 a.m., the body of a woman was discovered in one of the bedrooms. The fire also caused significant damages to the adjacent Stone Village guest house. Cause of the fire is currently under investigation. This is a devastating loss for the community, and we stand ready to provide any necessary support during this difficult time. As we reflect on this tragedy in Aldir, we are reminded of the importance of fire safety, especially during this time of the year. The holiday season brings increased activities such as cooking, decorating, and celebrating that can inadvertently increase fire risk. We urge everyone to take precaution. Check electrical decorations for damages, avoid overloading outlets, never leave candles or cooking unattended, keep flammable items away from heat sources, and ensure smoke detectors are functional and fire escape plans are in place.
4 people killed in motor vehicle crashes across the island on Christmas Day. 4 people were killed in a motor vehicle crash across the island on Christmas Day. The crash occurred in Westmoreland, Kingston, and St. Anne. In the latest incident, at around 6:30, 2 men died in a crash on the main road in Westmoreland. They are 22-year-old Andre Clark, also known as Boogeyman, and 24-year-old Trevon Allen of Lioneltown, Clarendon. Clark was reportedly driving a motorcycle with Allen as a plain passenger when he lost control and crashed into a large boulder. Both men received multiple injuries and were pronounced dead at hospital. A few minutes earlier, at about 6:05 a.m. in St. Anne, a man died following a hit-and-run incident on the Pineapple Main Road in the parish. 45-year-old Omar Granville was walking towards his motor vehicle, which was parked on the side of the roadway, when he was allegedly struck by a motor vehicle that did not stop. He died at hospital. Investigators are appealing to the driver involved in the incident to turn himself in. In Kingston, an unidentified woman died from injuries sustained in a motor vehicle collision on Marcus Garvey Drive at about 4:15 a.m. She was reported crossing the road when she was struck by a motor vehicle. She was taken to hospital where she succumbed to her injuries. The drive has been won for prosecution. Following attack on resident, council raises concern about mentally ill in St. Elizabeth. Counsel for the Santa Cruz Division in St. Elizabeth, Christopher Williams, is calling for greater support for the mentally challenged after an elderly resident was wounded in an attack by a woman believed to be of unsound mind. It took 6 stitches to close the incisor in the neck, the victim told reporters. I went to the pharmacy to buy medication, the elderly woman said while showing our news team pictures of her blood-soaked clothes. She stressed that she had no provocation prior to the attack. I saw the attacker when she came across from the other side of the plaza and she came towards my direction. But I didn't see her in a violent way. She didn't look like somebody off her rockets. I didn't even hear that she was behind me. I just felt something being hot across my neck. I felt it burning, and by the time I looked, there was nothing but blood, she recounted. The elderly woman, who wished to remain anonymous, said the female attacker cut her and went on her way without so much as a word. She fears if her attacker had wanted to, she could have been killed. I told the policeman I don't think she used a knife because the thing was very sharp. She hardly put any pressure on my neck. She just drew it across and it cut me so badly, she stated. The wound is right below her right ear to the side of her neck. She says if her attacker had applied any real force, Moda dead. The woman explained that had the stitches in over for 2 weeks after the December 6th attack, but expressed that the worst of the pain is over. The retiree added, however, that it had been a challenge to pay for her medication and for thrice-weekly trips to get the wound dressed. While getting treatment at hospital, the retiree was called in by cops to identify her attacker, who was subsequently arrested by the police. Unconfirmed reports by residents of the area indicate that at least one other person, a man, has been stabbed in a similar incident involving a woman believed to be of unsound mind. St. Elizabeth Police confirmed with reporters that they are looking into the issue, and Williams said officials at the municipal corporation are on alert as well. I raised that issue at General Counsel because at the time when I got the information, I heard it was a mentally challenged person, Williams explained. After that, not from an official, but I was informed that this wasn't a mentally challenged person, but this is somebody who is a substance abuser. This is the correct thing to say, he told reporters. Williams says there have been discussions on how to involve public health personnel, the municipal corporation, the police and the public health representatives to tackle the issue of homeless, mentally challenged individuals, violence prone and otherwise. The mentally challenged persons are of concern. I must tell you, real concern because some time ago, there was a video going around of one of the women who pushed a student who was walking along the sidewalk. Luckily, the truck that was basically traveling along the roadway did not turn over that child, he noted. He cited an incident in Junction St. Elizabeth last year where a laborer of trial was bled by a man suspected to be of unsound mind. We cannot wait for something drastic to happen in the town before we act. We have seen a situation where in Junction Space, something tragic occurred involving somebody who is mentally challenged. We have to try and prevent that in Santa Cruz, he argued. The council says the number of suspected mentally ill individuals in the town is growing as well, and he is hoping for ministerial assistance. Over a period of time, the numbers have risen in terms of the number of mentally challenged persons in the area. We're hoping that we can get some assistance from some relevant ministries. The Ministry of Local Government, I think, will have a role to play, and also the Ministry of Health, he stated. Williams stressed that the solution is not to get gathered up and remove the individuals, but to get them real help. This is very important because we care about everybody, mentally challenged and all those who are the same. So we just want to get them out of Santa Cruz space and just put them anywhere. We want to put them somewhere where they can be helped. You understand? And look out for them, stated Williams. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.